Welcome in, everybody, to another watch party here on 76ers Now. Jake Chipper here with you as the Sixers look to get some revenge and bounce back after that loss 2 nights ago to the Miami Heat. Sixers taking on the Washington Wizards here tonight, looking to sweep the season series against one of the worst teams in the NBA. But this game, a lot more important than it might seem on paper. Sixers are big favorites and should win this one pretty handily, but it is a big-time matchup for the Sixers, given the way the Eastern Conference standings have shaken out and how they sit right now. Sixers cannot afford to lose this one, as they'll be without Joel Embiid. Still, though, should be able to beat up on the Washington Wizards. Appreciate everybody hanging out here right now with us. If you're hanging out, having a good time, let me know down in the chat. Like Naheem Irwin, like Troy Butler, loading up in that comment section right now. Let's hear from you. Let me know who is active. So this game, as I mentioned, the Sixers are big favorites, as they should be. But when Embiid doesn't play, sometimes you just kind of never know. Sixers 14.5-point favorites here tonight. Over under set for 238.5. Last of a little 3-game road trip for the Sixers. They'll be back home on Friday to face the Minnesota Timberwolves. And again, despite being big favorites, with the Hawks playing, Raptors, Magic, Heat all playing tonight, as well as the Sixers, we could see some shakeup in the standings. Specifically, if the Toronto Raptors lose tonight and the Sixers win, the Sixers would jump Toronto for that number 6 spot in the Eastern Conference, help them get out of the play-in, at least momentarily. Now, the Raptors, remind myself here, they play the Kings tonight, so the odds they lose probably about the same as the Sixers, not very high, but you never know. It's why we play, so if you're hanging out here, I appreciate it. Naheem Irwin, my mom in the chat as well. Let's go Sixers. Naheem says the 76ers will win big tonight. That's the hope. I'm hoping for a stress-free watch party because Monday, going through a lot of emotions, that was a tough game, a little bit of a crazy game to watch, and so hopefully things could be a little more mellow, a little easier here as we take on the Wizards, who are tied for the worst record in the NBA. As you get on in here, be sure to hit that thumbs up icon, like the stream. We currently have, 10 people watching, so as you get on in here, hit that thumbs up icon, like the stream. Again, no Embiid tonight, unfortunately, but still a game that the Sixers cannot mess around with. You can't play with your food. You can't get cute. You got to come out here and you got to play real basketball, no matter who is going up and starting for the Wizards in their lineup. A lot of guys out, which we'll get to here in just a moment. Some game notes. Sixers sitting at 41-34. As I mentioned, the Wizards tied for an NBA worst record, 17-58. Yikes. Embiid is out today with an illness. Bit of a weird situation, right, where Embiid was ruled out this morning. Of course, today's April Fool's. He tweets out that he plans to play 100%, and then more confirmation comes that Embiid is, in fact, not playing, so people were confused. I talked about it on a video earlier today. And then Embiid tweeted out again, about a couple hours ago, hour and a half at this point, that, what was the exact tweet? It was basically along the lines of, they're not letting me play basketball. I guess they don't want me to play basketball tonight. So kind of a weird situation. We know Embiid likes to kind of mess around, especially on, April Fool's Day. I'm just hoping it's not a situation, because apparently what happened is Embiid was too sick to show up to this morning's film session, so the team decided to rule him out with that illness. I'm hoping it's not like Embiid just didn't show up to film, and so the team is like, you don't want to show up to film? Well, then you're not playing. And they kind of use the illness as a disguise or an excuse, if you will. So that will be unfortunate if that is the case. But as I mentioned, this is a big game for Philadelphia. Just because it's the Wizards doesn't mean it's a nothing burger. If the Sixers win and the Raptors lose, Philadelphia moves up to that 6th seed. That is the goal. That's what we're trying to do here today. Appreciate everybody here hanging out. About 18 minutes ago till tip-off. Obviously, tip-off set for 7 p.m. Eastern, but NBA always starts about 10 minutes late. So more like 7:10 Eastern here in this one. As you venture in here, Let me know, where are you watching from? Going live here from the Chat Sports Studios in Dallas. But let me know, where are you? Are you somewhere in Philly? Let me know where we're hanging out. Naheem, I hope Joel Embiid is okay. Yeah, for sure. I mean, he played, according to Embiid, he said that he did play through the illness on Monday, which is why it's surprising that he's been ruled out already with the illness today. Naheem watching from Philly. But seems like he should be fine. I can't imagine this will keep him out on Friday against Minnesota. I would be very surprised if that was the case. Very, very surprised if that was the case. Going to be a big night for Paul George, VJ Edgecombe, Tyrese Maxey, some of these guys to show why the Wizards are one of the worst teams in the league. Despite Joel Embiid being out, it really shouldn't matter. Really shouldn't matter. Specifically Maxey. I like to see him take over here tonight. I can't believe the threes were taken away from Maxey and VJ. Yeah, those were tough. The three for Maxey on the offensive foul from Joel Embiid. Upon looking back at that call, I think it was a horrendous call by the officials to call an offensive foul on Joel Embiid. That three from Maxey would have really changed things. And then the one at the end with the offensive foul on Maxey this time that negated the VJ Edgecombe three. I don't want to say the shot didn't matter at all, but at that point, the Heat already went on their big run. Would I still taken a miracle? I know VJ made the shot. I wasn't as mad about that one. There was a similar call that happened on the other end. So, goes both ways, I suppose. Goes both ways. But yeah, I'll be looking for Maxey. Get this one over with quick. Maybe we can see some of the guys who don't usually get as much run in late in this game. I don't know. I have a weird feeling about this one, though. I don't know why. I have a weird feeling. The Wizards, despite having 17 wins in the year, tied for the worst record in the NBA, they have some talent. Now, look, we'll go through the starting lineups right now, and you'll see they are really banged up. But I like some of the young talent they have on the roster. So here are your starting lineups here tonight. Adem Bona going to step in for Joel Embiid, not playing with the illness. But the rest of the Sixers starters are, as normal, Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Paul George, Dominic Barlow. For the Wizards, no Trae Young, of course, no Anthony Davis, no Alex Sarr, no Kyshawn George either. So they'll be starting Bub Carrington, Tre Johnson, Bilal Coulibaly, Will Riley, and Tristan Vucevic. Look, Tre Johnson, 6th overall pick, 5th overall pick in this past year's draft. We talked about him a lot leading up to the draft. He can light it up. He can really shoot the ball. I mean, he can score. Will Riley's been pretty good over the past couple of weeks for them as well. A young player who can also score. We also talked about him in the draft process before the Sixers ended up moving up. Bilal Coulibaly, intriguing young player, good defender, but offense hasn't come along. Bub Carrington can score. So, look, they're going to play free. They're going to play with nothing to lose, but they're probably going to be playing, maybe they are playing to lose as well. Tyrese Maxey averaging 32 a game in the 3 wins against Washington so far this season. Naheem, what are your keys to victory for the 76ers? Look, I'm going to be honest. It really should be simple. You are the more talented team. You're the more talented team. You should, just looking at the guys on that lineup for Washington, you should be able to get whatever you want going attacking the basket. VJ Edgecombe averaging 24 a game over his last 6. There's just no way that these guys can guard you, right? At the end of the day, sometimes when you're playing this much lopsided matchups, one, you can't let the Wizards get out and run. I think that's a big one. It's a young team. They're going to want to get out and play fast, like how Miami did on Monday, where Miami was running off of makes, and they were getting fast break layups off of made shots by the Sixers. So you can't let them get out and run. You can't let them get easy baskets. Got to make them work for everything. If you do that, I think you should cruise pretty much to a win here. And I think the Sixers realize, how important these games are, even if it is against a team like the Wizards. But look, we saw the Miami Heat, for example. They lost to the Pacers on Sunday before beating the Sixers on Monday. Now, the Sixers, I think, coming off a loss, will have more of a sense of urgency I would also like to see the Sixers not have those third quarter struggles that they have tended to have all season long. You're playing the Wizards. You cannot allow them to have some big third quarter like almost every other team has against you all year. So that's what I'm looking at, Naheem. That's what I'm looking at right there. All right, just over 10 minutes away from the start of the game here. We do have a super chat menu here tonight. Sending a donation is basically a tip, and we really do appreciate it. All super chats get a shout out. $5, I got some Miller Lights on deck. I'll start doing some drinking. $20, I got a beer bong. I'll take one of those down as well. Just had some fun here on the program. I mentioned, a big game for the Sixers, and I was talking about the standings. Let's show you the standings right now heading into tonight's action. This is the first game of the night. So Philadelphia only one game behind Toronto. Again, if the Sixers win, the Raptors lose. Sixers do take that number 6 spot. Only 2 games, 1.5 games actually behind Atlanta for the 5 seed. But also only a game ahead of Orlando and a game and a half ahead of Miami and Charlotte. And Miami, Orlando, Toronto, and Atlanta all in action tonight. So we could see some shakeup and some movement as I believe Atlanta and Orlando play each other. Miami plays Boston. Toronto plays the Kings. So definitely got some stuff to watch out for here. And as Naheem points out, this is kind of a must-win for the Sixers. Just, given what happened Monday, given where the standings are at right now, so definitely be something to watch out for. Time to avoid the play-in tournament. I sure hope so. 20 people watching live, 8 likes. Can we get 2 more likes here on the show? If you want the Sixers to win this game, hit that thumbs up icon. I'll be interested to see. Oftentimes we have some fans of other teams in the chat during these watch parties. Are there any Wizards fans out there? I would be a little bit shocked. First super chat of the night. Get to that here in just a second. That means I got a beer bong coming. Beer bong coming up. Let me get that pulled up here. 1 like away from our goal. Hit that thumbs up if you have not already. And how about this? A big shout out to my dad for getting us started here tonight. My dad says, get to drinking here. Sixers better come out aggressive and give them no hope. Let's go Sixers. Do that beer bong. Unfortunately, it's not what the Sixers tend to do. Just not the way they tend to play the game. But I'm gonna hope that maybe they can show something here as we get closer towards the playoffs. Show why there's such a disparity between these two teams. Time to do some drinking. Got the Miller Lights on deck. Let's get it. Appreciate y'all for hitting that 10-like goal. 21 people in here watching. Get down in the comment section. Let me know who you got in this one. You know what? Most people are going to say the Sixers. So forget that. Let's predict the score. Let's predict the score here tonight. I'm going to go Sixers 128, Wizards 102. 128 to 102. Sixers get the win. So not, the biggest of blowouts, but comfortable enough. How many points do you think Maxey, VJ, and Paul George will combine for? So it's tough because, you don't know if they're going to play the whole game, if it is a blowout, if they get rest in the fourth quarter. I'm going to say, Maxey gets like 26. Paul George, I could see getting like 22. VJ like 18. So what is that? 26, 22 is 48. 18 would be what? 66? We'll go with that, around 65, 66 points. Maybe they get to 70, though, if one of them has a big night. Maybe they get to 70. I could see, a lot of contributions from a lot of players, though. I feel like the Sixers could use this as a game, unless they get down early, which I hope not, to kind of get some other guys some looks in there. Do we see Justin Edwards? Do we see Campaign tonight? We haven't seen Campaign, at least not Monday, against Miami. Sixers sweeping are looking, I should say, to sweep the Wizards here tonight. They won 139-134, that crazy overtime game at the beginning of the year, and have beaten the Wizards 2 other times as well. So they are looking to sweep Washington. David Volkins, Sixers all the way, 119-99. So a 20-point dub there for the Sixers. I like that. Campaign can shoot threes, and maybe he'll get an opportunity to do so here tonight. But it doesn't really look like Nurse wants him in the playoff rotation, which is interesting to me. It's interesting to me for sure. All right, let's do that beer bong. $20. I'm doing some drinking. Got the Miller Lite here with me. Peter Thurman in the building. I knew I'd see Peter sooner or later. What's going on? A legend, a real one in the building. Says, let's go. Let's go, Peter. Handle business. Daniel Barry is here as well. Hey, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you. Crazy story, actually. I didn't know if I was going to be able to do this game. Shortly before I was set to go live, the fire alarms in our building started going off, and we had to leave. And so I thought I wasn't going to be able to do this game. But luckily, about 30 minutes before I went live, they said all clear, all good. So here we are. Get this win. Yes, sir, Peter. Naheem, how many points do you think Oubre scores tonight? I'm going to go smooth 16. I'm going to go smooth 16. It's my guess. I think Grimes knocks down a couple threes. Get him going as well. When Grimes plays well, the Sixers tend to play well. When Grimes doesn't, the Sixers tend not to. You got to have someone off that bench that can be that spark plug. And Grimes has just been a little inconsistent. Was not good against Miami. All right, let's do this beer bong here. Under 5 minutes to go. Let's get it going. 26 people watching live. Peter, Bona needs to not foul so damn much. Yeah, man. Disappointing because I think in a lot of areas he's solid. He's obviously a good shot blocker when he's not fouling, and he's athletic, but he just... Some people just don't have, that mental aspect of the game, that awareness, to make the smartest plays on that end of the floor. And unfortunately, Boner does not have that. But he has the tools, and so that's why you like a player like him, because if he puts it together, he could be a real good backup center. But he's undersized and doesn't really have any offensive game at all and fouls too much. Can't stay on the floor if you keep fouling. So, all right, let's take this beer bong down. Cheers, everybody. Number 1 of the night. There we go. little foam left in that piece. Naheem Maxey, 26 points. Paul George, 22. VJ, 18. Kelly, 16. That'll be 82 points they will combine for. I like that. I like that. So my math was right. Spot on. Spot on. I've always been good at math, you know? Under 3 minutes to go into the start of this game. Keep getting those score predictions down in the chat for me. 32 people watching. Let me know and give me your score predictions for this game. And listen to Peter Thurman in the chat. Like this, John. Like it up. Like the stream. More likes we get, more Sixers fans that will end up showing up, put the party in a watch party, and have a great night. Peter Thurman, always a real one. You can also see in the chat, people have like those little crowns next to their names. So when you send in super chats and when you just send in more comments, YouTube like ranks you guys as the top fans. And so the more comments and super chats you send in, you get like a little crown next to your name. Pretty cool. My dad's saying Sixers 122, Wizards 92. I love it. 30-point win. I would love that. Naheem, VJ Max never stops. Never, never, never. Little VJ Max night tonight would be electric. Gareth Williams, are you going to show the game? No, that is illegal. I would get banned off of YouTube. Cannot do that, but we have a live scoreboard that will update as the game goes on automatically. We will have a graphic that shows who is on the court at all times and what their stats are. And then I'll be giving you play-by-play of the game. So it's almost like you're watching the game without really being able to see it. But can't show the game. That's not allowed. That's not allowed. But I promise you it's a good time. $38 people watching. Game should be getting ready to get underway any minute now. As the Sixers' last game of that road trip. Again, big game for them. Want to win this one. Want to win this one. Can get up to that 6 seed. Christian Malley back in the building. Hi to everybody. What is going on, Christian? Good to see you again. Appreciate the real ones tuning in. Some player introductions going on the floor, and then we will be getting underway moments after. Peter Thurman watching from Home Depot in Delco. Yo! Peter Thurman. A legend. All right, let's get those 7-6s in the chat. You want the Sixers to beat the Wizards. Span those 7-6s for the Wizards. No Anthony Davis, Kyshawn George, Alex Sarr, Cam Whitmore, Trae Young. All unavailable for the Wizards tonight. No Embiid for the Sixers. Peter Thurman, Paul George is going for 30. That would be sick. For the Sixers, Maxey, VJ, Paul George, Barlow, and Bona taking the place of Embiid. For the Wizards, Bub Carrington, Tre Johnson, Will Riley, Bilal Coulibaly, and Tristan Vucevic, no relation to Nikola. Mariah, Christian, my mom in the chat typing those 7-6s. Peter typing those 7-6s. Let's go, Mariah, Christian, Peter. Here we go. Team's getting ready to walk out onto the floor, and we'll have tip-off in a matter of seconds. Got to get back on defense tonight if you're the Sixers. We saw what happened against Miami. Even on made shots, the Heat were out and running, and the Sixers were getting beaten in transition. 40 fast break points for the Miami Heat on Monday. That cannot happen against this young Wizards team who's going to be looking to run, no doubt about it. Here we go. Adem Bona, Tristan Vucevic will take the tip. Here from Capital One Arena in the nation's capital. Bona wins the tip. back to VJ, back to Maxey, and we are underway. All right, here's Paul George up top, guarded by Will Riley. Has a size advantage. He'll drive in, and he'll quickly deposit the first buckets of the game from the elbow. Paul George good for 2. On the other end, here is Carrington. He'll post up Maxey. He'll rise, and he'll hit. So Bub Carrington getting things started for the Wizards. Maxey back the other way. Swings up top to VJ. Left side to Paul George, who will drive again on Riley. He could pass the corner to Barlow. Swings to Maxey, gets in the paint, and he loses it. Try to kick it to George in the corner. Bad pass. Wizards have numbers. Can't take advantage, though. Sixers do a good job getting back. Here is Bilal Coulibaly. Mismatch being guarded by Bona. Step back 3. That's not his game. He nearly airballs it from the left corner. Now Maxey will pull up from deep. Little bit strong. Bona fighting for the offensive rebound, though. It'll go off Vucevic, so Sixers will get another opportunity here. Good job fighting there from Adem Bona. Bona takes the inbound, hands it off to VJ. 10 on the shot clock. Here's Paul George. Really attacking Will Riley early in this game, and a smooth pull-up jumper in the mid-range is good. Paul George, an early 4 points for him. Here's Tre Johnson, the rookie out of Texas that can fill up the scoreboard, no doubt. He wants a one-on-one with Bona, but good job by Paul George to give some help. Resets to Vucevic, who finds a cutting Bilal Coulibaly. Great pass there. Coulibaly dunks it down. We're tied. Quick 3 from VJ on the other end is no good, but Bona fighting for the offensive rebound, slams it up and in. How about Adem Bona fighting early in this game? The offensive rebound put back there. Vucevic, a little right-handed floater is no good. Rebound tapped out to Maxey. He'll bring it up left side, working on Tre Johnson. Over to Paul George. He'll take a deep 3. Just short there. Rebounded by Bilal. Sixers up 6-4 early. Tre Johnson pulled that from nearly the logo. Hit off the front of the rim. Paul George driving in. He's being aggressive. Paul George, that is 6 early points for PG. He makes it an 8-4 Sixers advantage here a few minutes in. He is just attacking Will Riley, who, talented young player, but does not have the strength to match up with Paul George. Riley on the other end. He'll get in the paint. Nice wraparound pass to Vucevic, who slams it home. So 8-6 ball game. Here's VJ. Paul George looking to post up on Bub Carrington. Clear mismatch here, and it's going to be a 3-second violation on Wizards center Tristan Vucevic. So Maxey will take the technical free throw here. Man, Paul George, he had some barbecue chicken on there with Bub Carrington on him. Wizards, though, get the 3-second violation. Maxey unable to hit the technical free throw. So it remains 8-6, Sixers up in front. 50 people watching live. As you get in here, hit that thumbs up icon, like the stream. More likes we get, more Sixers fans will get up in here. If you're enjoying the coverage, I do appreciate it. Here's Maxey off the inbound, inside, right-handed layup, up and good for Tyrese. So Maxey gets on the board here tonight. Good inbound play there for the Sixers. Shout out to Nick Nurse. Vucevic will put a shoulder in a Bona. Bona bites at the pump fake, and he fouls Vucevic. He'll go to the line. That's the thing for Adem Bona, man. Got to stay disciplined. Can't be fouling as much as he is. That's been his biggest issue in his career, and he picks up an early one here. So Vucevic set to shoot a couple. Knocks down the first. And knocks down the second. 10-8. Sixers lead here. VJ will bring it up. He'll find Paul George. Left side of the court, isolated with Vucevic. He'll drive inside. And his shot was blocked, but he'll be fouled. So Paul George will go to the line to shoot 2 here. Good strong drive there from Paul George. You know, he talked about before the game and after that game on Monday against Miami, being more confident attacking the basket, having that trust in his body. So good to see him there, seeming to have a little bit more confidence there attacking the basket. First free throw's up and good for Paul George. And count them both. Paul George makes him pay for the foul. 12-8 ball game. Sixers up. Four minutes into this first quarter. Vucevic up top, hands it off to Bub Carrington. Gets a good look from 3, but unable to knock it down. Paul George skies in for the rebound. Hands it off to Maxey. Maxey, he'll be fouled. Counted and the foul. Maxey at the free throw line drew the foul on Tre Johnson, made the bucket after a bounce around on the rim a couple times. So that'll count. He'll go to the line and make it a 3-point play. That shooter's touch off the front of the rim. Sixers up 14-8 pending this free throw. Maxey 4th in the NBA in scoring this year, 28.8 points per game. Maxey knocks it down, converts the 3-point play. Good early lead for the Sixers here. Tre Johnson up top, guarded by VJ Edgecombe. 2 rookies going at it. Now bonus, which is on. Good pass from Tre Johnson. Right side, Will Riley bricks the 3. Wide open look for the young player, but he bricked it. VJ nearly loses it out of bounds. Finds Bona underneath. Bona finishes and 1. Adem Bona. Putting the Sixers up 9. Good find from VJ after he almost lost it. Got it underneath inside to Bona, who was fouled by Vucevic. Hit him on the arm. Got to foul Bona harder than that if you want to make him miss. Adem completes a 3-point play. 18-8 ball game. Tre Johnson throws it, or Carrington, excuse me. Throws it off the leg of Bona. Kelly Oubre is checked into the game for Dominic Barlow. Tre Johnson off the screen. Over to Vucevic. He can shoot it. He'll step back from 3. What a shot from Tristan Vucevic. Step back 3 from the starting center. Now Paul George wants to post up Tre Johnson. George, he's fouled by Tre. Almost got the shot to fall, similar to Maxey. That'll be number 2 on Tre Johnson as we'll head to timeout here. Sixers up 18-11, 6:57 to go in the first quarter. If you're not already, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button. Just recently surpassed 25,300 subs, I should say. Currently at 25,313. Only, 7 games left? 6 games after this until the playoffs, and we'll be live for almost every game left on the schedule. We'll be live for every postseason game, hopefully a first-round playoff series, and more. Plus, you get videos all throughout the week, all throughout the year. And the best part is it's 100% free. All you got to do is hit that sub button, and you're locked in. Cost you nothing. Some of the best Sixers coverage you'll find right here on YouTube from a lifelong Sixers fan. For lifelong Sixers fans, lock us in at that sub button. William Cleveland in the chat, typing those 7-6s. What's going on? Peter Thurman, the legend, as well. Jay saying, go Lakers? We got a Lakers fan in here? What's going on? All right, so we're in commercial break. You're not missing a thing. We can take a look at some stats here in a moment. Let me get those pulled up here. Okay. Pretty good start for Tyrese Maxey. Quick 5 for him. To go along with 1 assist, 1 rebound. Paul George, though, I mean, he's been attacking. He's been aggressive. And I'm going to tweet that out as well because give me a follow over on Twitter/X for more Sixers updates every single day. Even more than what you get here on the program. But what I'm tweeting out is I love to see an aggressive Paul George. And again, he talked before this game about getting that trust back in his body, even though he wasn't hurt, he was suspended, but did say he was dealing with some things physically, part of the reason the suspension happened, but that's in the past. But getting more trust in that body to attack the basket, to get downhill, and he's doing that in this game. But I want to see that continue, especially against good teams. Paul George knocks down free throw number 1 as we are back out of commercial break. How about the Phillies today, by the way? Shout out all my Phillies fans out there. Come from behind win against the Washington Nationals. So double Philly versus Washington action. Paul George rips it away from Koulibaly, and VJ Edgecombe with the right hand slams it down in transition. 21-11 Sixers lead. Paul George nearly steals it again. But Wizards maintain it. Now Paul George pokes it loose from Vucevic. Oh, but Maxey turns it right back over. And Koulibaly, Euro step in the lane. Gets the layup to go. Maxey just lost it after Paul George stole it. Now on the other end, Maxey step back jumper at the free throw line's no good. Bona fights for the offensive rebound. He can't get it to go. Wizards quickly back the other way, and nifty little scoop layup from Bub Carrington at a pit. 21-15, Sixers lead at 6. Here's Paul George now. Once again, guarded by Vucevic. He'll step back, create some space on the 3, and it's good. Paul George getting hot early. Wow, but Vucevic responds immediately on the other end with a 3 right in Paul George's face. My goodness. That's 2 threes for Vucevic, but how about Paul George now? With a quick 12 points on 4 or 5 from the field. Here's Kelly Oubre into the game. Finds Bona. And Oubre actually stepped out of bounds on that left sideline before the pass got off to a Dem. So that'll be a turnover for the Sixers. Peter showed me some love on Twitter. Appreciate you, Peter. But yeah, definitely need this kind of Paul George for the rest of the season and the playoffs. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Tre Johnson looking for his first points of the night. Unable to get that one to go from the free throw line. Drummond into the game, gets the rebound. Andre Drummond, Quentin Grimes have checked in. On the floor with Maxey, Kelly Oubre, and Paul George. Anthony Gale, Sharif Cooper coming in for the Wizards. as Bub Carrington and Vucevic will take a seat. So Wizards pretty small here. Anthony Gill playing center for them right now. Kelly Oubre will try to post up on Sharife Cooper. That shot's just off. Rebound does go to Gill. 24-18 Sixers lead. 4:40 left to go in the first quarter. Tre Johnson, 20-year-old, 6th pick in this year's NBA draft. Hands it off to Cooper, who tried a fancy pass inside, but good job by Oubre to read that all the way. Maxey up ahead to Grimes, and Grimes gets on the board with his layup. Sixers now up 26-18. So good to see the Sixers get out and running in transition. Coulibaly tried to draw a foul on the inside on Oubre. Refs weren't having it. He misses the shot. Drummond another rebound. Already 3 rebounds for Andre Drummond. Just checked into this game. Here's Maxey. Tough fadeaway. Good defense there from Sharife Cooper. Unable to get it to go. Maxey is 2 of 5 here so far. And here's Coulibaly. A great hezzy move. And what a shot as well. Coulibaly put the hezzy on Maxey. Got by him. Got to the rim. And finished up and over Drummond, who fouled him on the play. So an and one here for Coulibaly. He'll go to the line. 26-20. Wizards hanging around in this first quarter. Justin Champagnie is checked in now for the Wizards. Who, again, just 17-58 on the year. Not good, but you can never take any team lightly. Paul George gets a good look from 3. Long on that one, so unable to keep the hot night going, at least right there. And on the other end, nobody guards Bilal Coulibaly. That might be the worst miss I've ever seen from an NBA player. What was that? Nobody was guarding Coulibaly in the left wing. He had a wide open look at it from 3. I'm talking, there was nobody within 10 feet of him. And he was probably short by a good 4 feet on that shot. I mean, that was horrendous. Yikes. And now Oubre, smooth crossover on Champagnie. Got to the basket. Thought there was some contact. No fouls called, though. Now Washington back quickly the other way. Carrington, little floater. It was actually a pass up ahead to Champagnie. It's a 3-point ball game. Sixers up 26-23. Kelly Oubre hands it off to Paul George. Guarded by Champagnie. He drives inside. Right hand layup is good. Paul George been getting inside all game. Does it again right there. 28-23. Sixers back up 5. Now Bub Carrington. Pull up three's no good, but Grimes doesn't box out Watkins. And he gets the putback dunk. Not even sure who this cat is. Watkins for the Wizards? I know a lot of these guys in the NBA. That's one name I'm not sure I know. Grimes has it knocked away by Champagnie. Wizards out and running. Here's Sharife Cooper. He'll reset. Watkins over to Carrington. Guarded by Grimes. Good defense here from Quentin. He'll force Carrington into a tough step-back 3. Drummond, too casual on the rebound. Lets it go off his hand right to Champagnie. Wizards get another opportunity at it. Here's Carrington. Another pull-up jumper. Another miss for him. He's taken a lot of pull-ups. I don't think he's made one of those shots here tonight. Maxey hustling the other way. 3-on-1. Maxey all the way to the rim. Nobody was stopping Maxey on that drive. And so we're going to time it on the floor. Sixers up 30-25 with 1:45 in this first quarter. So not quite creating as much separation as you would hope. But some aggressiveness, some assertiveness from Maxey there. I'm still thinking about that Bilal Coulibaly shot, man. That was disgusting. That was awful. Paul George, how about this first quarter for PG8? Up to 14 points on 5 of 7 from the field. Yes, against the Wizards, but these kind of games you can use to carry some momentum. And look, you're only up 5. Only up 5. Very early, but. I like Koulibaly, but man, that was a brutal miss. 56 people watching live. Can we get up to 25 likes? We're 3 likes away. Cheers to everybody who's hanging out here with us. And if you want to be a real one, you're all real ones just by hanging out, by sending in comments, by hanging out here with us on the show, liking the video. But for those of you who want to support the show a little bit more, we do have a super chat menu. All donations get a shout out here on the show. $5 to give you a beer cheers. $20 I'm doing beer bongs. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. Q Genius. Not particularly a fan of Maxey dribbling the air out of the ball in offense. Much better when the ball is hopping around. You know, I don't know if I've seen a whole lot of Maxey dribbling the air out of the ball here tonight. I would agree with you on that point. I don't like when that's the case. Now, can he make stuff happen when that happens? Yeah, but it's certainly not the most efficient way to play offense. Oh, wow. Puka Nacua is checked into rehab. Interesting. So good stuff from Paul George so far. He is 14 to the Sixers 30. I want to see some more urgency out of this squad right now. Champagny can't get the floater to go as we're back in action here with the last minute 30 of the quarter. And the Sixers turn it over. Good idea on the pass, but it went over the head of VJ Edgecombe. It'll be a turnover. Pass inside. Sharife Cooper off one leg over VJ is good. 3-point ball game. Q Genius. Finger doesn't seem 100% quite yet. Maybe just dial it back a bit is all. Yeah, I would agree that his finger, I mean, he's still wearing that splint. So I agree. Definitely not 100%. Doesn't quite look right. Justin Edwards into the game here. Some first quarter action. Gives it to Grimes. Corner 3 is good for Quentin Grimes. That's a good sign for him hitting his first shot of the night. Shout out Justin Edwards on the assist there. Here's Gill up top. Jaden Hardy into the game. Former Maverick. He'll get up a 3. He can shoot those, but not that time. Kelly Oubre skies up for the rebound. 30 seconds left to go in this first quarter. What a pass from Andre Drummond. Backdoor cut to Quentin Grimes. That was beautiful stuff there. From Drummond to QG. Quick 5 points now for Grimes. Sixers up 35-27. Good end to the quarter here. This is what good teams do. They end quarters on a high note. How about a stop here? 11 on the shot clock, 16 on the game clock. Sharife Cooper dribbling the air out of the ball. Almost loses it. Grimes is really pressuring him. 5 to shoot, 4 to shoot. He gets by Grimes off the screen. He's able to get the one-handed floater to go. So count the bucket for Cooper. 5 seconds on the game clock here. VJ falls over, shoots it from half court. Thought he was fouled. Nearly made the shot. But that'll do it for our first quarter. Sixers up 35-29 after the first 12 minutes of action. 48 people. Here watching. Y'all know what to do. Head to the second quarter. Type those twos. Type those twos. I'll say this. You're up 6. Sixers got to wake up, man. You would think they'd come out with a little more urgency after what happened on Monday. Don't love that. Don't love that. But again, you're up 6, so. Peter Thurman typing those 2s. My mom in the chat typing those 2s as well. How about Peter, man? Just liking my tweet. Shout out to you, Peter. I'll be live tweeting throughout the game like I do almost every game. You can see my handle on the screen right there at Jake Chipper. If there's any big highlights in the game, I'll tweet those out as well. So get those 2s going. Some first quarter numbers here. Look, it was really all Paul George. 14 points, as we mentioned. Hitting those 5 of 7 from the field, 1 of 3 from downtown. Maxey, 3 of 6, up to 7 points. Something does look a little bit off with Maxey, though. And again, he did have the finger injury. Might have came back a little bit earlier than some people were expecting. So we'll have to see how he fares the rest of the game. VJ, just 2 points, but 3 assists early in this game. This would be a great spot for him to get aggressive. How about Quentin Grimes? Already 7 points, including a 3. Couple layups, so shout out to Grimes. Getting going early here. In that first quarter, Barlow didn't record any stats. Saw Edwards with an assist, a couple rebounds for Oubre, but got some Adembona minutes to start the game as well. 5 points for him. A rebound and a block, and Andre Drummond came in and didn't play a super long stretch, but 4 rebounds already. That's what he does. Here we are, second quarter now underway as the Wizards start with the rock. It'll be Watkins trying to post up Grimes. He'll kick it to the corner. And that's Jaden Hardy. I said he can hit those. He knocks it down from the right corner. Jaden Hardy, former Maverick, sent over in the Anthony Davis trade. Here's VJ. Went to take a mid-range shot. Looks like he stepped on the foot of a Wizards defender. Luckily, ball goes back to the Sixers. Oubre lays it up and in. Could have been bad for VJ stepping on that foot there. Lucky he didn't twist an ankle on that play. And what a pass. Vucevic. Little give and go with Riley. Put in a perfect spot for Riley to go up and get it and lay it up and in. 37-34, 3-point game. Sixers still lead, but want to see them take control. Kelly Oubre gets inside. Back-to-back buckets now for Oubre. So Sixers back up 5. Here's Hardy inside Vucevic. Finishes right up and over Drummond with really no problem. I've been impressed by Tristan Vucevic here tonight. Hit a couple of threes, that layup there, some good passes. Speaking of good passes, what a find from VJ into Drummond, but he smokes the layup. Can't get it to go. Oh, it's a brutal miss. Here's Watkins inside. It's going to be an illegal screen on Vucevic. Trying to set a screen on Grimes, and he was moving. Stuck out that hip a little bit, so that'll be going the other way. Sixer ball. Yeah, clearly moving from left to right was Vucevic. Good call there. VJ, Justin Edwards on the floor as Edwards rises for 3, knocks it down. Big time minutes here for Justin Edwards to show that he can impact this team down the stretch and should be in their rotation. I think when he's been in there, he's been pretty good, but he's got to be more consistent. It's Drummond, Edwards, Grimes, Oubre, and VJ out there as Will Riley tries to lob it up to Vucevic, and Edwards had to hold Vucevic so he wouldn't go up and get it. That'll be a foul on JE, so the Wizards' big man will go to the line here. Drum with the hands of stone. Yeah, typical Andre Drummond from Peter Thurman there. Typical Andre Drummond. Actually fouls on the floor, so no free throws for Vucevic. But he'll just knock down a 3 from several feet behind the arc anyways. He has been fantastic. Up to 15 points. for Tristan Vucevic. Now Grimes going to be fouled on the other end. Wow. Foul's going to be on Anthony Gill of the Wizards. I mean, the Wizards just inbounded it to Vucevic. He was looking for somewhere to go. Couldn't find anywhere. Drummond was leaving him open. He said, yeah, you know what? I'll take it. 3 of 3 from 3 is Tristan Vucevic. Now another off-ball foul here on the Wizards. Another foul on Vucevic. That'll be his 3rd foul. So he'll probably have to come out of the game here as he picks up his 3rd early in the second quarter, and he will. He will exit. That's big because he's been killing the Sixers. Here are the Sixers. VJ inside, loses it. It goes to Edwards, 2 to shoot. He's got to put it up. Tried the reverse layup, but unable to get that one to go. And what a pass from Hardy to a cutting Anthony Gill. And it is a 1-point Sixers lead. Here's Grimes. Attacks Will Riley. Gets by him. Layup. Smoked it. Wizards are running. Hardy up ahead. Watkins stuffed by the rim, but refs are going to say VJ Edgecombe got Watkins on the arm as well. So the Wizards have a chance to take the lead here with these 2 free throws from Watkins. First free throw, good for Watkins. Jameer Watkins, former VCU Ram and Florida State Seminole. Second round pick in this past year's NBA draft. Knocks him down, gives the Wizards their first lead in this game. I told you guys I had a weird feeling about this one, man, and the Sixers have not come out with a sense of urgency you want to have. This is what they do. This is what the Sixers do. Kelly Oubre inside. Shot blocked by Champagnie. Here's Riley up ahead of Jaden Hardy. Hardy into the paint. Kick out. Corner. Gill didn't want to take it. Instead gives it inside to Champagnie, who will reset. Oh, now he'll pull. Quick shot there. Bona flying in for the rebound. Here's Edwards. Grimes in the corner. Resets back to Justin Edwards. Same spot. He hit a 3 earlier. Can't get this one to go, though. And up ahead, Jaden Hardy. Sixers didn't get back once again. What do you know? Hardy slams it home. Sixers are down 3. What is going on, dude? Wizards in front. 45-42. And once again, it's the same issues you had against Miami. You're not getting back. No reason to be down 3 to the Washington Wizards, who are missing their 4 best players, by the way. Unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable. But it's at the same time, it's also very believable. Peter, have to stop playing down to the competition. That's what Philadelphia tends to do. Q Genius. I know VJ's only a rookie. Just would like to see him call his own number a bit more in stints like these. I agree with you, man. I don't think he's nearly been aggressive enough in this game. I mean, we look at VJ's numbers so far, just 2 points, only taken 3 shots. So Sixers got up early, but ever since they subbed in really a majority of the second unit, Oubre, Grimes, Drummond, Edwards. It's not been good. Kelly Oubre is already a -10 in this game. Grimes -9. Looks like Nick Nurse is also not going to go with campaign tonight. Maxey, when he came out, Edgecombe came back in after an early sub out for VJ. So we haven't seen Barlow in a minute. This is just pathetic. This is just pathetic. I mean, if you're Washington, right? You put in a lineup. Listen to this lineup for Washington. Anthony Gill, Jameer Watkins, Jaden Hardy, Will Riley, and then a mix of Tristan Vucevic and Julian Champagnie. I mean, what are we doing, dude? They're the ones going on this +10 run? How are you going to beat a lineup of, I don't know, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, if you can't beat Anthony Gill and Jaden Hardy? Sixers have been outscored 16-7 in this quarter. It's been 4 minutes and 10 seconds of the second quarter, and the Sixers have been outscored 16-7. All right, well, here we go. Tyrese Maxey lays it up and in quickly off the timeout. So can he get going a little bit here? Here's Champagnie inside over Paul George. He's fouled, and the bucket counts. Pretty good play ran there by Washington to get Champagnie underneath the basket, and he went right at Paul George, got fouled, and made the bucket. Them habits Embiid spoke about starting to jump off the page. At some point, it might be a coaching thing, man, and I love Nick Nurse as Dominic Barlow checks back into this game. I've loved Nick Nurse for a while, but as Edwards checks out, might need to make some changes. I'm not quite at that point yet, though. I'm not at that point yet. But, man, it's been an up and down tenure. I'd probably still give Nurse one more season, though. Free throws are good for Champagnie's Wizards back up by 4. Here's Grimes up top on the floor with Maxey, Barlow, Paul George, and Bona. Maxey gets inside, slams it down with one hand. He's playing with a little more urgency now. But that's got to start on this defensive end of the floor where the Sixers have not been good. Wizards have 48 points with 7 minutes left to go in the first half. Here's Gill, three-pointer, top of the key, good. Adem Bona didn't get out there in time. Anthony Gill makes him pay. Back up to a 5-point lead for Washington. Maxey over to Grimes. Grimes, left wing triple, no good. Barlow, good hustle from Barlow, grabbing the offensive rebound, but he steps out of bounds. That'll be a turnover, Washington ball. Sixers down 5, halfway through this second quarter. Carrington calling out the shots, swings it to Champagnie, over to Tre Johnson. Got to get out on him. He can shoot. He finds Carrington, open 3 in the corner. It's good for Bub Carrington. Sixers down 8. I mean, this is a joke. Maxey. Paul George posting up Carrington. Clear size advantage. He fades away. Paul George is good. Another 2 for PG. He's up to 16 points. Tre Johnson. Crossover on Maxey. Behind the back to Gill. Gill drives right by Bona. Pass inside to Champagnie. He got Bona up in the air and finished with the right hand. Another 2 there. Lead back up to 8 for Washington. Paul George spinning. Triple. Short. Good move, but couldn't knock it down. Sixers do a good job getting back. Hardy misses the corner 3, but they get their own offensive rebound. They find Champagnie underneath. Now it's a 10-point lead for the Wizards. Maxey posting up Tre Johnson. Gets inside. One-handed post hook is good for Tyrese. Few buckets here over the last few minutes for Maxey. Sixers back with an 8. Here's Tre Johnson now. He wants the ISO with Maxey. He'll back him down. He'll fade away. Tough shot. In and out. Maxey gets the rebound. He's in a push, even though there's no numbers. He gets fouled. He takes a hard fall. Awkward fall for Maxey. Gotta hope that hand's okay. He's kind of holding it a little bit. He'll get helped up. He'll be going to the line. Scribish, you're the hero the Sixers need. They put me in this game right now, I'll tell you what. We wouldn't be down 8 to the Washington Wizards. I'd at least be fouling someone. Put a shoulder into somebody. Playing with some energy, some effort, some fire. You just lost a game to Miami on Monday in which you crumbled in the last 3 minutes, and this is how you respond by starting off this game, currently down 7 after this Maxey made free throw, to the worst team in the entire NBA who's missing their 4 best players? VJ Edgecombe checks back into this game. Only 2 points for VJ. Want to see him get aggressive. Maxey up to 14 before this second free throw. Knocks it down, so now 15. 6-point ball game. 58-52, Wizards lead. 4.5 to go in the second quarter. Tre Johnson off the screen. Fouled by Adembona. What do you know? That'll be on the floor. No shot, but that'll be another foul on Adem. Supreme Vader. This is crazy. Tell me about it, dude. Tell me about it. 2 fouls on Adem. And Tre Johnson, who you could argue is one of their better scorers, hasn't even scored yet. Here's Koulibaly. Pass tipped by Maxey, though. Goes right back to Champagnie. Up top to Tre Johnson. He's got to get it up. And that'll be a shot clock violation there. Didn't notice the late clock did. The rookie Tre Johnson barely got it away, but didn't hit the rim. So he's complaining he got fouled. You're not getting that call, buddy. You're not getting that call. Now Maxey drives in. He's clearly forcing the issue right now. He gets another left-handed layup to go. Tyrese Maxey, take over the damn ball game. Best player on the floor by a mile, Tre Johnson. Short on the 3. Paul's going to be off Paul George, though, on the hard rebound. So ball will stay with Washington. Clanked off the rim. PG wasn't expecting it to come down so fast. So it'll be 14 to shoot for Washington. Ball goes up top to Will Riley. Sweet crossover on Barlow. What a move from Will Riley with the left hand. The right to left cross as VJ drives inside. And I'm not sure how that's not a foul there. Double pump layup as the Wizards defender tried to draw a charge. No call. VJ, though, makes the shot. Back to a 4-point game. Here's Bub Carrington. Oh, he's looking for that off the dribble 3. He'll take it. Another brick for him. He's been missing a lot of shots, has Bub Carrington. Paul George inside. Good pass to Bona, who's going to be fouled by Carrington. And no other choice there did Bub but to grab onto the shoulders of the bigger Adembona. So good find there by PG. Adem will go to the line. 100 people watching as you venture in here. Be sure to hit that thumbs up icon. Like the stream if you're enjoying the free coverage. More likes we get, the more people that can come in here. I really do appreciate it. We're at 28 likes. Once we get to 40, I'll finish this Miller Lite I got. How about that? 12 likes away. Now 11. Adembona, free throw number 1 is pure. I had a feeling something like this was going to happen tonight, man. Still plenty of game, obviously, but to even be losing to the Wizards right now. They have 60 points, does Washington. Bona makes both free throws. They're the worst team in the league. I'm going to keep saying it. They're tied for the worst record in the league, and they're missing their 4 best players. But Philadelphia was down 10, now down just 2, 60-58. And wow. Bilal Coulibaly just big bodies Tyrese Maxey. Converts the layup through the contact of Tyrese. It'll be a three-point opportunity for Coulibaly. I mean, Maxey just didn't play good defense there. He reached with the right arm instead of trying to get the body in front. And Coulibaly converts a three-point play. Bona needs a jump shot. He's got a good-looking free throw. He's shown off sparingly the three-point shot. I think it's something he can develop in the long run. Maxey off the screen. He'll get inside. He'll be stonewalled. He'll have to give it back out to VJ, who resets it back to Maxey. Maxey wants the ISO on Tre Johnson. He'll back him down. Now he'll fade away to the right. Shot's no good. Rebound goes to the Wizards. They're off and running. No numbers, though. Better job by the Sixers getting back. Here's Bub Carrington. Tough shot over Paul George. No good. Tre Johnson nearly with a crazy putback dunk, but he missed. Now the Sixers are running. VJ ahead to Bona. Bad pass knocked away. Out of bounds off Bona's leg. Turnover Sixers. And there'll be a timeout on the floor with 2:30 left to go in this first half. Sixers down by 5 to the Wizards. What a joke. What a joke. Paul George tonight, one of the lone bright spots, 16 points, only 1 of 4 from 3, but he's been really good. 5 of 5 from inside the arc. Maxey has turned it on a little bit, 17 points for him. Outside of that, you're not seeing a whole lot. I mean, VJ only has 4 points. He's only taken 4 shots. I want to see more out of him. Grimes had quick 7 early. Good stuff there. Barlow hasn't done a thing. 2 rebounds and a turnover. Edwards knocked down a 3 earlier in this game. Kelly Oubre, 4 and 3 for him. Bona, 7 points, 2 rebounds. Drummond, 5 rebounds. Obviously no Embiid tonight. Going to need some more scoring because you're letting guys like Bilal Coulibaly, who averages like 10 points a game, have 10 first half points. Luckily, Tre Johnson and Bub Carrington haven't gotten going, but Justin Champagnie has 9, as I mentioned. If Bub Carrington was even making any shots, this could be a much bigger lead for the Wizards. Same with Tre Johnson. He's been pretty bad shooting the ball. Jaden Hardy's got 5. Jameer Watkins has 4. Sharif Cooper has 4. Will Riley has 4. I mean, you go across the board. Story of the game, though, is Tristan Vucevic. 15 points, 3 of 3 from 3 for the Wizards, man. And again, they're missing Trae Young, Anthony Davis, Kyshawn George, Alex Sarr. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. 100 people watching live. You want the Sixers to stop being so embarrassing and win this damn game. Hit that thumbs up icon, like the stream. Show me that you're sick of what's going on right now. If you're disgusted, like the stream. Where my real ones at? As Peter Thurman would say, be a real one, like the video. Cheers. All right, coming out of commercial break now. Q Genius in the chat. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot of effective sets being ran. Just Paul George and Maxey ISO. Where's the defense? Defense is nowhere to be found. The Washington Wizards have 63 points in the first half of this game. And the sets have kind of been lackluster. You called it. They don't have the killer instinct from the start. Yeah, I said it. This is what the Sixers do. They never come out firing like they're supposed to. But good teams end halves and end quarters hot. Let's see if they can end this second quarter on a good note. Down 5, Will Riley turns it over. Good defense there from Paul George. That's how you start a good end to this half. Maxey inside. Barlow nearly loses it, gets it back. Resets to Paul George. He will take a deep 3. And it's good! Paul George continuing his hot night. Brings the Sixers within 2. If you can take the lead heading into the half, that would be beautiful, man. Another turnover. Maxey's running. Layup is good. Tie ball game. Thank you. I mean, you stop messing around. You're going to win this game by 20. You're that much better than this Wizards team, but you keep messing around, things like this happen. Tie ball game, minute 30 to go. Coulibaly, floater, short, rebound, goes to Paul George. Sixers want to run again. Here's VJ inside. Counted in the foul. VJ with the left hand. Through the contact. He'll have an opportunity for 3 points after Carrington fouled him there. Thank you. This is why it's so annoying, by the way, because you can see the Sixers have clearly flipped a switch and they're clearly like, all right, let's go. Just do this from the start. It doesn't make sense to me. VJ's free throw is good. Now a 66-63 lead for the Sixers, just like that. 18-4 run here for the Sixers. Here is Will Riley. Fadeaway jumper over Paul George. Around and in. Shooter's touch there for Will Riley. Here's George, ISO. On Riley, mid-range jumper's good. Paul George is feeling it tonight, folks. Paul George is feeling it tonight. And he wanted the foul on that mid-range jumper. Sixers up 68-65, under a minute to play. Tre Johnson, corner, guarded by Maxey. He'll back him down. He'll kick inside to Riley. Corner, Anthony Gill. His three is good. How about Anthony Gill with his second three of the night? And we're back to a tie ball game. Now, Edgecombe all the way in. Sixers have really picked up the pace here, being more aggressive. VJ with another layup here. It is 70-68. There has been no defense in this game. Anthony Gill, another open three, knocks it down again. Adem Bona just not guarding him out there. He just made one. He's made two in the night. Now it's his third. All right. Sixers down one, 71-70. Shot clock at 12, game clock at 14. About 2 seconds between them. Paul George, guarded by Coulibaly. Their best perimeter defender, George, spins. Step back, three-pointer. He's cooking, ladies and gentlemen. PG, another three. Are you kidding me? Half-court heave is no good. Sixers will go into the halftime with a 73-71 lead. Paul George is hot. So Sixers able to rebound after a horrible start to this second quarter. Thanks in large part to Tyrese Maxey and this man right here, Paul George. 24 first half points. If there's any good to come out of the way this game is going right now, yes, Sixers are leading. Paul George has been really good since he's come back from the suspension. Outside of that second half against Miami, he's been good. Could Maxey get 2 threes tonight? 2 more or 2 in total? Well, he's got 0, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I think absolutely. I think absolutely. Shout out to Paul George. 2 in total. Yeah, I think he can. 100%. 100%. Let's see if I can get that shot from Paul George. Because that last step back was sweet, man. Seeing as someone tweets out that play from PG. But what a start. Tyrese Maxey also picking it up in that second quarter. 19 points on 8 of 12 from the field. He's been attacking the basket a lot. Hasn't been settling for threes. There was clearly a switch flipped at about the 2:30 mark for the Sixers where they were like, yeah, you know what? Let's start getting downhill. Let's start playing basketball. Wizards don't have a true center. Sixers were down 58-48 with 5:18 left in the second quarter. And over that time, have just made a run. Let's see. VJ Edgecombe got it going a little bit as well. After a slower start, he's up to 9 points. Now also 4 assists for him and 1 rebound. Grimes knocking down a couple shots. Is good to see. Not really a whole lot out of that. Everyone else, with a couple buckets here and there. It's really the story of the night has absolutely been Paul George. Again, 24 in the first. He's on pace for 48 points tonight. Quick math. Of course, a lot of big games going on around the NBA that are going to impact the Eastern Conference playoff race and the Sixers. So we'll get a quick update on those scores here. Hawks are blowing the Magic out of the water, currently up 65-68. The Celtics up 45-33 over the Heat in the first quarter. And then we'll be watching the Raptors-Kings game, which is starting any minute now. Those are the games we are looking out for. Won a big-time Raptors loss to Sacramento. Wizards were 33 bench points in that first half. We can take a look at some team stats in a second here. Let's get this tweet out, this Paul George tweet out real quick. David Jones says, "Hi, Jake. Hope you have a great day. Let's go Sixers." Dave, I hope you're having a good day as well, and it'll be better if the Sixers can stop messing around and win this game. I can tell you that. Paul George with what? 24 first half points. Attacking the basket. Step back threes. Very encouraging for sure. All right, let's look at some team stats here in just a moment. As a reminder, we do have a super chat menu here tonight, so if you feel so inclined to send a donation, of course, all of you are real ones just for being here. You don't have to send in any money to be a real one on the channel. But if you do, we like to show some love, so all super chats get a shout out. We pop them up on screen here. You can send in a message. That'll be seen up here on screen. $5. Every $5 that comes in, I'll give you a beer cheers. I'll give you all a free one right now, because why not? $20. I'm doing a beer bong. Damon J. I'm still kind of confused how we were losing to the Wizards earlier. The Sixers just did not play with any sense of urgency to start the game. Defense was bad. It still has not been good. I mean, you've given up 71 points. That's brutal. But you could tell at the end of that first half there, they were like, all right, let's go, and they started playing better. So I really do think it's just a matter of them just trying harder. Them just trying harder. Oh, look at this. Bucks Now. Tampa Bay Buccaneers Now says, yo, this stream is lit. Bucks Now. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. We share a similar name. 76ers Now. Bucks Now. Look at that. Stream is lit. It's a place to be, baby. We're 1 like away from 40. As soon as we get there, I said I was going to finish my drink. 1 like away from 40. This stream is lit. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It'd be more lit if the Sixers weren't struggling with the Wizards. But, that's all right. Get these team stats up and going here. All right. Okay. Oh, no. So here in this first half, teams shooting pretty similar. 28-50 for the Wizards, 29-49 for the Sixers, 15-12 from 3 of the Sixers, 8 of 19 is Washington. So shooting it well from outside. 10-12 from the free throw line for the Sixers. Perfect 7-7 for the Wizards. Philadelphia winning the rebound battle 20-19. Honestly, very similar stats across the board for both teams. There we go. We have to 40 likes, so I'll finish this. And a $20 super chat coming in as well. Our second one of the night. That'll be another beer bong for me after I finish this real quick. And if any of you guys play Prize Picks, Paul George already hit his more than 19.5. Yeah, I mean, 56% from the field for the Wizards in that first half is just abysmal. Here's that 20. Shout out to my mom who says, let's go Sixers, come out and play better defense in the second half. Absolutely. That's where it starts. The offense, I don't have any worries about them offensively. The defense, though, I mean, it just has to be better. Just has to be. Yeah, I took Tre Johnson more than 12.5 points. He has 0. Not ideal. All right, so that's going to be a beer bong. I'll do that here in a sec. Wow, Sam Hauser for the Celtics, 17 points, 5 of 5 from 3 in the first quarter. They are up 53-33 over Miami after one quarter. But the Sixers struggled with the Heat. Shows you the difference, man. There's levels to this. There was levels to this. Shout out to the Celtics, though. We want them to beat up on the Miami Heat here tonight, so that's good. That's good for us. Any game the Heat can lose, that's what we want. That's what we want. All right, beer bong coming up. Just a reminder, though, if you haven't already hit that subscribe button, just surpassed 25,300 subscribers. You're all legends. You're all real ones. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Hopefully we get a nice long playoff run, doing watch parties for all those games, plus news, rumors, analysis, a whole lot more all throughout the year. And it's completely free. So like I said, hit that sub button. But never put anything behind a paywall, nothing like that. It's all 100% free. As a lifelong Sixers fan, just love talking ball with you guys, and love doing stuff like this because it's interactive, you know. And that's what we want to do here on the channel. Really make it feel like everybody's a part of the show. So get down to the chat if you're not already. Shout out to Amari, David Jones, Damon J, Bucks Now, Q Genius, Peter Thurman, Supreme Vader, Screebus as well. It's what it's all about, baby. It's what it's all about. Still sitting here at the half, so waiting for the second half of this game to get underway. Steph Curry getting set to return on Sunday against Houston. Hasn't played in a minute. Good there for the Warriors. All right, let's see. About 3 minutes until we get back underway. So perfect time to do a beer bong. How about this? An MLB umpire today admitted to losing track of the pitch count during the Astros-Red Sox game. What are we doing? What are we doing? Hopefully we can see more good stuff from Paul George in this second half, and the Sixers can blow this one open a little bit. If they keep playing like they did in the final 2.5 minutes of that quarter, that'll be a good sign. Like I said, good teams know how to end quarters strong. Philadelphia has done that in both of these quarters, at the end of the first and the end of the second. So come out strong in this third quarter. Remember, the Sixers are the worst third quarter team in the NBA. The Wizards are the worst team in the NBA. Something's got to give. Something's got to give. And hopefully it's the Sixers putting Washington away. Alrighty, let's do this beer bong. Supreme Vader, love it here. Hey, appreciate it, man. It's all love. Just picked up another subscriber. Appreciate that new sub, and can actually show as well our latest subscribers. Show some love to those people. Shout out to Gaming Pals, Gareth Williams, Robert Gilmore, Warlock, and Haitian Ashowo. Shout out to y'all, our recent subs here on the channel. Peter Thurman typing those threes, ready for the third quarter. I'm ready for the third quarter as well. Couple minutes away. Let's take down this beer bong first. Cheers, everybody. $20 beer bongs. I think I might need a little more. It's supposed to be like that. There we go. Cheers. Ah. Brian Mitch, Damon J typing those threes. Screebus typing cheers. Hey, everyone type those threes. Let's go. Third quarter just moments away. Get those threes going in the chat. As long as the Sixers keep doing what they did to end the second quarter, they will be fine. They will be fine. If they revert back to how they played in the first 20-ish minutes of this game, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to lose it. Here we go. Wizards starting with the ball here coming out of the halftime break. And immediately Bilal Coulibaly gets to work against Dominic Barlow. A little Euro step. Layup, and that's good. Ties it up at 73. Now VJ inside. Tries to find Bona, but it's knocked out of bounds. Ball will stay with the Sixers. Ball's the matter to VJ. Maxey swings. Paul George, corner three. Good. He picks up right where he left off. Paul George, another three. Here's Will Riley. Mid-range pull-up over VJ Edgecombe. Got it. Man, they are automatic tonight. Just not enough defensive pressure from the Sixers already. 1 point lead. 76-75. New poll question in the chat. How would you grade the Sixers' performance so far? Bona! Rising up and throwing it down with a left hand. Woo! Okay, Adem. And now Vucevic on the other end attacks Bona, and Vucevic is down holding his right knee. He's been the Wizards' best player tonight. Sixers have the advantage, though. Bona slams it down. Wizards got to take a timeout. They won't. Vucevic is clearly hobbled. Tre Johnson swings it to Coulibaly. Inside to Riley. Whoa. Throws it down over a Bona, and then he gives him a little flex afterwards. Vucevic seems okay. Nah, he's going to come out. Yeah. Going to be a foul on the Wizards here. They're going to take one to get Vucevic out of the game. Which kind of felt weird after he made a tough contested layup over Bona. And that's big there. He's been their best player tonight. Has Tristan Vucevic. Sixers up by 1. Here's Paul George off the up ball screen. Another 3. Good again. Paul George. He's got 27. Actually, should be making 30 now. Bub Carrington can't answer. Find him again. Here's PG with a rock. Working on Koulibaly. Crossover. Gets inside. Lays it up and in. 32 for Paul George. Puts the Sixers up by 6. He looks fantastic tonight. Granted, it's the Wizards, but love what I'm seeing from Paul George specifically. Bub Carrington, fadeaway jumper. He hasn't hit a single one of those tonight. And they're going to call a late foul on Paul George on the rebound. Sixers were already out and running, getting ready to go. And the refs are going to blow the whistle and call a foul on PG. Damon J, he's going for 40. Shoot, he's already got 32. All right, so Tre Johnson now with it. Looking for his first points of the night. And got Bona to jump. That'll be another foul on Bona. On the pump fake from Tre Johnson. He'll go to the line. I will say, I don't love that call only because Tre Johnson went for the shot, went for the pump fake, step back, pump fake, Bona jumped, and then Johnson kind of jumped in him and turned and did a full 360. So you know what? Yeah, they're going to say it's not a shooting foul because he wasn't shooting the ball. He did a full 360. Johnson attacks Bona again. What a fantastic pass. I don't know why. Can't tell who that was. Left Anthony Gill underneath the basket, but left him wide open, and Tre Johnson found him. Q genius, 40 ball load. And we'll see. Maxey inside. Awful defense by the Wizards. Throws it down with the left hand. Sixers back up by 5. There's a frenetic pace to this game. Will Riley finds himself open in the left corner. Just off the front of the rim. Rebound goes to Bona. Here's Maxey. ISO ball against Carrington. Step back. Midi. That's his shot. Gets it to go. Sixers all of a sudden up by 8. They're playing with a different intensity here, but they've got to play with that same intensity on defense. Offense is, again, but not been an issue. Maybe a kick ball and Bona there. Wizards will keep possession. Paul George might get 40, baby. He just might. He just might. Don't do it to him, PG. Don't do it to him. 32 points on 16 shot attempts. And a Bona, another just stupid foul, dude. Off the ball. He has 4. He's got to sit. It just never changes, man. Peter Thurman, you said it earlier. All he knows how to do is foul. And he knows that. The whole team knows that. Everybody knows that, but he keeps on doing it. Here's Tre Johnson, free throw line. Good defense from VJ. He needs help. Resets it to Carrington, who will attack VJ after the switch. Tough fadeaway. Good defense from the Sixers. That's no good. Drummond, who just came into the game for Bona, gets the rebound. Maxey pulls up from deep. Got it! Sixers up 11. Let's blow them out of the water, man. Blow them out of the water. I told you, look, once the Sixers decided to turn it on, this wasn't going to be a game, but they waited too long. Now you're up 11. 7:55 left to go in the third quarter. How about Paul George, man? Paul George now up to 27 points. Or actually, let me update my stats here. That's incorrect. Sorry, PG. 32 points on 12 of 16 shooting, 5 of 9 from 3, 6 rebounds, or 6 assists, 4 rebounds, no turnovers. Is Paul George back? Is Paul George back? I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. 50 would be a delight. We'll see. It depends the way this game goes. If the Sixers get up by a large margin, I imagine he won't play late in the game. But 40 is in play. 40 is in play. Type those PGs in the chat right now. Everyone type PG in the chat. Show some love, man. PG's gotten a lot of hate. Some of it is his own doing. I'm not going to say it's right or wrong. Some of it is his own doing. But he's having a fantastic night tonight. Type those PGs in the chat. Not just him, though. I mean, Maxey's turning it up as well right now. Maxey's also got 26. Funk Soldier typing PG. Shout out to you. Shout out to Funk Soldier. Maxey, 26 points and 11 of 15 from the field. Only needs one more 3 for my guy. Who was it? Amari Tulit. Okay. Needs 2 threes in total. He's already got 1 for you, so only needs 1 more. Type those PGs down below. It's crazy, man. Crazy concept that you start playing real basketball and you start blowing out the Wizards. The Sixers are 8 of 9 from the field in this quarter. I've gotten a combined 15 for Maxey and Paul George. All right, here are the Wizards out of the timeout. Coulibaly, corner 3, no good. Rebound goes to Drummond. Now here's VJ. VJ's running, gets inside. Left-hand layup is good. Sixers up 94-81. The third quarter, by the way. This is crazy. Damon J spamming those PGs. Yes, sir. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Here's Tre Johnson. Fade away off one leg's no good for him. Rebound to PG. Tre Johnson still looking for his first bucket. Maxey, step back 3. Wow, brick that. Way too strong off the left side of the backboard. Now Tre Johnson tied up with Drummond. That'll be a jump ball. A good job from Drummond. A good job from Drummond, I should say, to notice that Johnson picked up his dribble. That'll be a jump ball that Drummond should absolutely win. 106 people watching, 44 likes. Can we get to 50 likes? As soon as we get to 50 likes, I'll give you all a chug of the Miller Lite. We're 5 away. Drummond, as expected, wins the tip against Tre Johnson. Here's Paul George. He'll pull up from 3. Are you kidding me? I mean, he's feeling it. Another one goes for Paul George. This one in rhythm off the dribble. That smooth stroke. Paul George has 35 points. Tre Johnson, midi, finally gets on the board. 97-83 lead for the Sixers. Paul George has it. He wants it again. He drives in. Right-hand layup. Good again. Paul George has 37 points. And then he steals it. Up to Maxey. Lob to VJ. Oh, and he's able to get it in. It was not a great pass from Maxey. But VJ was able to tip it in with the left hand. Sixers up 101-83. Let's go, baby. Tre Johnson inside. Bad pass stolen by Drummond. Barlow. Fast break ahead of the pack. Corner 3. VJ. Good pump fake. Resets. Triple. Good. And just like that, the Sixers are up 21. Thank you. Thank you. This is what you should be doing to a team like the Wizards. Thank you. It was never a question of who the better team was. It was a question of whether the Sixers going to start playing real basketball or not. And they are. Wizards timeout with the Sixers up 104-83 halfway through the third quarter. Damon J. They might suspend Paul George again. They might drug test him again. The way he's played tonight, man, 37 points on the night, they just might. They just might, because he's got 37 on 14 of 18 from the field. Wow. Paul George with 37. Sixers have blown this game open, as they should. Good to see. Good to see. 37 from Paul George. He can't miss. And the Sixers, who again, Philadelphia this year has been the worst third quarter team in the entire NBA in terms of plus minus in the third quarter. They are outscoring Washington 31-12 in the third. Again, Washington is a team trying to lose games, but this kind of thing is always good for a player's confidence, especially one like Paul George, who said he has needed to build up more confidence coming off the suspension. So this is big time. All right, coming back at a commercial timeout. 4 likes away from 50 likes. If you're having a good time with the Sixers up by 21, hit that thumbs up icon, like the stream. This is kind of the way we thought this game was going to go from the start. Took a while to get there, but we finally got there. We finally got there. I hope I say this right. YSIJS. I'm not sure exactly how to say that. Drug test him, bro. He's averaging 16, and he has 37. Hey, they already got him once. They can't get him again, man. They can't get him again. Quick basket for the Wizards out of the timeout. Makes it 104-85. Barlow spinning on Tre Johnson and a sweet left-hand finish for Dominic Barlow. Been pretty quiet in this game, but that's a good shot there from Barlow. Tre Johnson now will be fouled by Barlow on the other end. Out on the perimeter. Hey, sometimes you're feeling it. Look, we know Paul George still play. It's a matter of, can he still stay healthy and put together enough consistent performances? 37, though. I mean, you're playing the Wizards, but it's good. Wow, Anthony Gill with a sick pump fake on Drummond got him way up in the air, and he drives right in, slams it home. This might be Indiana PG. If the Sixers were to get Indiana Paul George, which simply won't happen, they would win the championship. But he's not that same athletic player anymore. Can still shoot it, but not the same athlete. Now here's George dancing again. Another three. In and out. That would have been sweet. And that would have given him 40, but that one just barely rimmed out. Now Tre Johnson knocks down a three of his own. He's getting it going here a little bit. 16-point game. Sixers up 106-90. Make it 39 for Paul George now after he deposits another two. He wants 50, man. He wants 50. He might get it. Here's Tre Johnson. Out to Gill. Another pump fake from Gill. Corner to Will Riley. Good pass. And a good shot from Riley. Wizards not going away quite yet. 15-point ball game here. 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter. What happened to Barlow? He fell off. Drummond, corner three. Good! Andre Drummond from downtown. Don't do the celly, Andre. You'll get fined. Drummond for three. Everything's going right now for the Sixers. I'll address that in a second. Tre Johnson. Wow, now Tre Johnson's finding it. Another three for him. He's up to 8 points. And Nick Nurse will call timeout. Doesn't like what he sees here. Sixers still up 15, but Wizards have strung some buckets together over the last few minutes. Nurse wants to talk it over. What was I answering? Your Poppy. What a name. Bro, what happened to Barlow? He fell off as soon as I said he scored. Yeah. Yeah, that's how it goes. As soon as you said that, he scored that bucket. I mean, look, he's always a guy that's going to impact the game outside of the box score. Look, end of the day, he's a good player who deserves a standard contract. He's not a great player by any means. But he plays a role for this team, and it's just tough because his lack of outside shooting ability, it hurts in a lot of matchups, and you certainly want guys out there that can shoot the ball, but he plays a good role. Plays a good role. Subbing Kyle Lowry for real, bro. Who knows? This could be his last game. Well, the Wizards making things a little tough here. I'm sure we'll see Lowry again at some point before the season's over, considering this is his last year. I would bet he gets in the Sixers' final regular season game of the year against Milwaukee. And in their final home game, which that game against Milwaukee, let's see. That final regular season game against Milwaukee is at home, so yeah, I could see the Sixers giving him some run regardless of how that one's kind of going. All right, quick timeout. We're already back. Quentin Grimes into the game. Cameron Payne into the game for the first time here tonight. Maxey swings it to Payne and immediately makes an impact foul as Cam Payne knocks down the left-handed floater. Rocking the arm sleeve. Here's Jaden Hardy. Wow, what a shot from Hardy. Falling away to his right. Put up the shot with one hand. Got it to go. They subbed out PG, yeah. I doubt he's done, though, unless this game gets out of control. Maxey, sweet move, gets inside. Layup is good. There's a chance they don't put Paul George back in. There's a chance. And if they do and he doesn't get 40, that'll be disappointing. Sixers up 115-98. Champagnie faces up on Payne. Can't get the jumper to go. Payne grabs the board. Left side to Oubre. Resets back to Maxey up top. Maxey will get inside. Another Drummond corner three. Drummond is 2 for 2 from the left corner here tonight. Make it 2 threes for Andre Drummond. And now nearly stolen on the other end by Cam Payne. Ball will stay with the Wizards. How about Andre Drummond? 2 of 2 from 3. PG going for a new career high. No way he's close to his career high, right? His career high is 48. 48. He could get there if he comes back in. But with the Sixers up 20, I don't know. We'll see. They're more worried about keeping him healthy than setting new career highs, I'll tell you that. Here's Jaden Hardy. Pull up 3 from deep. Airballs it. Thought he was fouled on the landing, but he missed everything. Andre Curry. I love it. From Damon J. Andre Curry. Hey. 2 for 2 in the night. All right, here is Oubre. Hands it off to Grimes. He'll attack on Hardy. Kicks to Payne. Over to Maxey. Maxey to Grimes in the corner. Good ball movement by the Sixers. Up top, Kelly Oubre can't hit the 3. It's rebounded by Grimes, but he loses it. Now the Wizards are running. They nearly turn it over. Champagnie gets inside. He's fouled by Payne. So he'll go to the line. This is a quick game. Champagnie. First free throw is no good. Man, you know things are going right when Andre Drummond's hit a couple of threes, excuse me. We're 3 likes away from 50 likes. I appreciate everybody here hanging out watching. As the second free throw is good for Champagnie. Maxey, step back 3, no good. Can we get to 50 likes? We're 3 away. I'll finish my drink if we do. Sharife Cooper, no good on the layup, but how about Champagnie flying in for the putback dunk? Back down to 17. They're not going away. They're not going away, are the Wizards. Here is Campaign, sets a screen for Maxey. Guarded by Jameer Watkins. He'll attack. He'll find Oubre on the left wing. 6 to shoot. Oubre! Some slick footwork to get inside. Lay it up with the left hand. Under a minute to play in the third quarter. Sixers up 120 to 101. This was close to what I thought the final score was going to be. And it's only the end of the third. Sharife Cooper, good pass inside to Gill. Taken away by Grimes. Oh, they're going to call a foul? I don't know about that, Jim. I don't know about that. That looked clean to me. It looked like Grimes ripped it away from Gill. They're going to call a foul. Gill has 17 tonight, huh? Damn. So Gill to the line. Knocks down the first. .33 seconds left in the third quarter before we hop into the fourth. Both free throws good for Gill. Up to 19 for Anthony Gill, huh? Okay. Maxey working quickly. Nearly loses it. Good defense from the Wizards, but they get it right back. Maxey underneath the basket, and he steps out of bounds. Thought he was pushed. Thought he was fouled multiple times. He's complaining to the ref, but no call. It'll be a turnover for the Sixers. About a 1 second difference between shot clock and game clock for the Wizards, so they'll get last shot of the quarter here. Sharife Cooper. Former Atlanta Hawk dribbling up top. He'll get a screen from Gill. He'll go to Champagnie in the corner. Pump fake. Out to Jameer Watkins. Sidestep triple. No good, and we'll head to the fourth. Sixers up 120 to 103 after a big third quarter. To come and take a commanding lead. Get those fours down in the chat. Damon J. We low-key sold. We traded all our picks to the best team in the league for a decent role player. Jared McCain. We also have no first-round picks in 26 or 27. So I think you got it mixed up a little bit. So we traded McCain to the Thunder. We got some picks back. So we actually do have a pick in this year's draft that we got back for Jared McCain. It's the Rockets' first-round pick, which is what the Thunder gave us for McCain. I still don't like the trade, but the Sixers do have picks. They did not have a pick before they traded McCain, but they do now. They do now. Headed to the fourth. How about this? A 47-point third quarter for the Sixers. Probably their best third quarter of the year. Now the Sixers scored 157 points last week against the Bulls. Can they top that here tonight? We'll see if Paul George gets back into the game. He's currently sitting on 39 points. Got to get 40, right? I mean, come on. Oh, I got things mixed up. All good. Yeah, no, all good. All good. Typing those fours in the chat. All right, so monitoring some other scores around the association. A lot of games going on that impact the Eastern Conference. The Hawks are destroying the Magic 89-63. The Magic are one game behind the Sixers in the standings. The Hawks are a game and a half ahead of the Sixers, so looks like Atlanta's going to win that one. Boston is destroying the Miami Heat at halftime, 80-57. Yikes. And the Raptors, hey, early on, Raptors are down 10 to the Kings, 34-24. If the Raptors lose and the Sixers win, Sixers go into the 6th spot. VJ Edgecombe, little shake and bake, no good. Offensive rebound goes to Drummond. It's knocked out of Drummond's hands, but it'll stay with the Sixers there. Paul George's 39 points, his most points as a Sixer. Here's Grimes. Handoff from Drummond. And Grimes is good from outside. Make it 10 points for Grimes now. His second three of the night. Sixers back up 20. Cooper to the corner. Jaden Hardy threes off. Oubre grabs the rebound, and he'll bring it up. Thought he was fouled there. They won't call it. He gets it to Edgecombe, who gives it to Drummond. Right back to Oubre. Turns the corner. Gets into the paint. Loses it off his knee. That'll be a turnover. Right now it's Drummond, Oubre, Grimes, Payne, and Edgecombe in the game for the Sixers. Again, we're monitoring if Paul George gets back in. He's already set his high scoring mark as a Sixer with 39. We'll see if he can set a new career high. Previously 48. Watkins inside. Sharife Cooper guarded by Payne now. Gets inside. And they're going to call a foul on Oubre. He reached in. Thought he got all ball, but they're going to say Oubre got part of the hand. Or is this going to be on Payne? No, they call it on Oubre. And they're going to say Cooper was in the shooting motion. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, but it's what they call it. He'll go to the line. Knocks down free throw numero uno. Both free throws good there for Cooper. Here's Campaign the other way. And he'll be fouled. A little bit of a wild shot, but he was definitely pushed by Sharife Cooper. So now Campaign will head to the line for a couple of free throws. Q genius. Throughout the season, we showed we can come on late and lock in. Kind of scary, though. That won't cut it against superior teams. That is on point right there, Q genius. You know, against bad teams like the Wizards, they clearly could afford to not start 100% locked in and then turn up later in the game, and now they're up 20. It's not going to cut it against good teams. You have to play a full 48 minutes of basketball. And so hopefully they don't get a false sense of security from a game like this as Payne knocks down a couple free throws, lead back up to 20. Here's Shamir Watkins. He'll take a three, no good. Another rebound for Cameron Payne. Quentin Grimes. Guarded by Bub Carrington. He'll take him off the dribble. Step back midi is good for Quentin Grimes. He's a guy that is going to be very important to the Sixers if they want to make any noise in the postseason. First guy off the bench. Best scorer off the bench. Can he get it going? Foul on Campaign. Guarding Sharife Cooper, just a little bit too much of the arm there. On the perimeter, so no free throws coming. And the Wizards try a lob pass off the inbound to Champagnie. Oubre was not in position, had to foul him to stop Champagnie from landing up in. A lot of fouls to start this fourth quarter. Been a bit choppy. They're going to say it's not shooting, actually, even though I think a lob pass. So Wizards inbound the ball. Sharife Cooper turns the corner. Sees a double team. Back out to Jameer Watkins. Finally knocks down a three. Here's Edgecombe now. His floater's no good. And a loose ball foul after the miss from VJ is going to be called against the Wizards. So yeah, it was Watkins grabbing the arm of VJ after he missed the shot. So, man, it's so weird seeing Anthony Davis sitting on that Wizards bench. So weird. VJ, what a pass to the corner to Oubre. Oubre knocks it down, completes the highlight. What a wraparound pass from VJ to the right corner to find Kelly for the tray ball. Sixers up 130-108. I doubt Paul George comes back in. Jaden Hardy for three. No good. Rebound Grimes. Now Grimes inside. Tough shot. No good. Nearly gets his own offensive rebound. Payne goes for a steal. Instead, Champagnie's able to lay it up and in on the fast break. So lead back down to 20. Thought Champagnie was going to slam that one home. Instead, he lays it up and in. Sixers winning the rebounding battle today, 33-24. Good sign for them. Grimes inside. Drummond out to VJ. VJ, good from outside. Back to a 23-point game. Good shot there from VJ Edgecombe. Wizards now on life support. Here's Bub Carrington. Knocks down the left corner three, does Bub Carrington. So they're sticking around this 20-point mark, but haven't been able to get any closer. Awful defense from the Wizards as VJ Edgecombe just glides into the paint. Man, the difference between the bottom and the top teams in the NBA is so glaring. This Wizards team is horrendous. Cooper inside, layup no good. Kelly Oubre, though, not fighting on the glass. Gives up the offensive rebound to Champagnie, who lays it up and in. Q genius. Nick Nurse really couldn't let PG get one more for 40. Hashtag atrocious. Look, still 8 minutes left to go, so there's a chance, but I would doubt it. Kelly Oubre, another corner three. Another one drops for KO. Sixers are pouring it on. They've got 138 points. Bub Carrington step back three. That's good for Bub Carrington. Amari, any chance Maxey would get back in? Again, I'd be surprised if the Sixers starters come back into this game. But for your sake, I hope so. Kelly Oubre airballs a long two. Yikes. Screebus, VJ's my goat. I don't care. Once VJ changes his number next year, because I'm guaranteeing you that once Kyle Lowry retires, VJ will switch from 77 to 7. I'm definitely getting a VJ jersey. I don't want to get 77, though, if he's going to switch to 7 next season. Assist number 9 there for VJ Edgecombe. How about that? Here's Will Riley back in the game. Finds Champagnie left corner. Oubre good closeout. He attacks the closeout, and he's fouled by Drummond. Champagnie's like the only guy doing much of anything here for the Wizards over the last few minutes. Bub Carrington hit a couple shots. Show some respect. And we'll take a timeout. Champagnie will shoot 2 when we come back. Sixers up 138-118. Shout out to all the legends, all the real ones who have hit that subscribe button tonight. Our recent subscribers here. Rivals Pro, Gaming Pals, Gareth Williams, Robert Gilmore 2, and Warlock 123. As we are currently sitting at 25,321 subscribers. Of course, when you hit that sub button, what do you get? Well, it's free year-round Sixers coverage that includes videos throughout the week, news, rumors, analysis, a whole lot more. Playoff coverage will be coming up. Watch parties like this for all the playoff games. and a good chunk of the games remaining in the regular season. It's 100% free. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button to stay in the know with the 76ers. A lot of high scores across the NBA tonight on April Fool's Day. The Celtics scored 53 points in the first quarter against the Heat. The Knicks tied their franchise record with 48 first quarter points against the Memphis Grizzlies. The Sixers, 138 and counting, with still 7 minutes to go in the game. And Atlanta has 100 plus through 3 quarters. Checking in on that game. Atlanta up. Trying to refresh this here. 102-74 at the end of the third against the Magic. Celtics up 84-61. Raptors have taken the lead against Sacramento 40-37. So that's not good for the Sixers. VJ, my GOAT, is atrocious. Nah, VJ the GOAT. VJ the GOAT. VJ's having a good night tonight. Leading the Sixers in assists. He's got 21 and 9, shooting 9 of 14 from the field. So shout out to VJ. Having a really good night. Maxey, 28 and 8. Shooting efficiently. Obviously, Paul George, much discussed, 39. We'll see if he gets a chance for 40. Regardless, it's his best game in a Sixer uniform from a scoring output perspective. And we're coming back here out of timeout. New age terminology, I get it. Oh, yeah. All right, first free throw, good for Champagnie. And no good on the second. Okay, so Tyrese Maxey's back into the game. As is Paul George. So a chance for Paul George to break 40 and a chance for Maxey to make another 3 for Amari. Payne misses the floater. Wizards back the other way. Here's Hardy into the paint. Floater no good. Rebound Grimes. Drummond's tying his shoe, so the Sixers are 4 and 5. Maxey, 3! Bricked. Way off. I'm surprised these guys are back in the game, given the Sixers are up by 19, but what do I know? Will Riley step back 3. That's off. Campaign grabs the board. Nearly travels. Gets it into Drummond. Gets it right back. Over to Paul George, guarded closely by Champagnie. Finds Grimes, left corner, in and out on the 3. You can tell neither team is really fighting much in this game at this point. That a boy, Nicky from QG. We'll see if Paul George can get 40 or not. 5.5 to go. Sixers up 138-119. Will Riley drives right by Maxey. Left-handed layup is good. 17-point game here, so don't want to let things get too close. Paul George for 40. Short on the 3. Quick shot, but you got to take that when you're going for 40. Sharif Cooper finds himself open from the top of the key. He knocks down a 3, and don't look now, but the Wizards have cut it to a 14-point lead. Nick Nurse quickly calls timeout with 5:05 left to play. So things getting a little uncomfortable now for the Sixers. I'm going to change the poll question in the chat right now. Will the Sixers close this one out? It would be disastrous if they blow this lead. Up 14 with 5 to play. Maxey definitely shouldn't be back in with his finger, though. Yeah, look, it's a tough conversation. Look, because where you're at right now in this game, you don't want to lose this game, right? I mean, and the Wizards are cutting this lead down a little bit. It's definitely sketchy. If he's good to go, he's good to go, but what you hope is that the finger injury doesn't linger into the playoffs, and then it's a problem moving forward. You hope he just didn't come back a little bit too early out of desperation and necessity. All right, so Sixers putting their guys back in as the Wizards trying to make a late push. Sixers were up by as much as 23 in this one, 138 to 115. But a 9-0 run for the Wizards has brought it down to within 14. But should just be able to lock it in. All right, poll question right now, 10 votes. Will the Sixers close this one out 60-40? Yes. 4 people so far not believing Philadelphia is going to close this out and win this game. All right, with 5 minutes left to go, the Sixers starters come back into the game. Maxey, Edgecombe, George, Barlow, Bona. Maxey finds George on the left wing. He'll get a screen from Bona. Euro step into the paint. Tough shot. Just short. Bona fighting for the rebound. And they're going to say it stays with the Sixers. Good fight from Bona. Tough shot from George. Not able to get that one to go, but luckily Philadelphia maintains possession here. 13 on the shot clock. Maxey to inbound. Finds George. Kicks it to Edgecombe. Up top to Maxey. Screen from Barlow. Maxey resets. 5 to shoot. Gets inside. Left-hand layup short. Bona flies in for the putback jam. Great follow by Adem Bona. That's big. You only really need a few more buckets here as the Sixers now up by 16. 140, 124. 4:20 to play. Wow, Cooper drove right by Barlow. Tried to go with a reverse layup with the left hand and absolutely smoked it. Ball went out of bounds, and it'll belong to the Sixers. 4 minutes left to go. Just bleed this one away. VJ Edgecombe nearly loses the ball. Able to maintain possession. Back up top. He'll get a screen from Bona. He'll get a good look. Pull up in the mid-range, and that's butter from VJ Edgecombe. Good-looking jumper there. Sixers back up 18. Will Riley. Couple of crossovers. A spin. Stolen away by Maxey. Edgecombe pushes it ahead to Maxey. Lob to Barlow. Lays it up and in. And there you go from the Sixers, being a grown-up team, the better players. Wizards brought it close, but they're not letting that go any further. Hardy, 3 is no good. Rebound, long rebound out to Watkins. 5 to shoot, Hardy. ISO on Bona. Nearly throws it away, and he does. Off the hands of Sharife Cooper. It'll be Sixers ball. This one's all but over now. The question that remains, will Paul George get 40? How about this? It was Oh, Barlow drives inside, dunks it home. Timeout, Wizards with 3 to play, and I imagine the starters will come out now. So Paul George not going to get his 40. But Naheem Irwin, if you're still watching, I think asked me earlier at the start of the stream, how many points Maxey, George, and VJ would combine for. I think I said like 70 maybe. George has 39. Maxey has 28. So that's what, 67 plus 23 is 89 from the 3 of them. I underestimated him. I don't think Paul George is gonna get to 40 points here tonight, unfortunately. Raptors and Kings are in a tight one. Raptors up 48-46. Three minutes to go. And this one all but over, really just a formality until the clock hits zeros. All right, backups coming in here for the Sixers. We're seeing MarJon Beauchamp. We're seeing Jabari Walker, Trenton Watford for the first time, along with Campaign and Justin Edwards. So, sorry, Paul George, no 40 ball for PG. Sharif Cooper hits the bottom of the rim on a layup. Beauchamp running the other way. Up ahead to Watford. Trenton Watford gets in the box score here in this one. Brian, thank you for a great game call. Brian, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And we'll be doing this for the playoffs as well and a couple of the games down the stretch. I think might do Friday's game against Minnesota as well. Shot no good there by the Wizards. 2 minutes to play. Jabari Walker over to Campaign. But appreciate you for watching, man. I appreciate everybody still watching. 109 people still watching right now. Shout out. Campaign, top of the key 3. Just a bit strong. Rebound to the Wizards. Here's Will Riley. Knocks down a 3. It's had a solid night for Will Riley, up to 18 points for the rookie out of Illinois. Here's Beauchamp. He'll take a 3. He'll hit little pull-up Jimmy from behind the arc for a Beauchamp. Been killing it in the G League. Jaden Hardy, couple crossovers. Mid-range jumper. No good over Watford. Walker with the rebound. Minute 30 on the clock here. Beauchamp going back to work. He'll be fouled. Oh, no foul call. They'll just say ball out of bounds, staying with Philadelphia. Can we get one more like before we hop out of here? We're at 49. Can we get a smooth 50 piece? Paul George couldn't get it, but can we get it? Edwards, right corner 3. Off the mark. There it is. Shout out to whoever that was. Gill inside. Will slam it home for 2. Good pass there. Minute left to go. Sixers have 151 points. Gave up 129, but Beauchamp going back to work. Outside to Edwards. Edwards free throw line jumper. No good, but he's fouled, so he'll go to the line. 52 seconds to play. Oh, you like that? No.
152.
Dude, crazy. Paul George, 39. Yeah, it's the Wizards, man.
Yeah, there's literally people playing for Memphis right now. Never heard of.
Is it the names that Connell just sent in? Those aren't real people.
They were 77 and 72.
Oh, dude. Three no good. there for Watkins. Walker tried to go on a fast break. Layup, no good. 30 seconds left. Just get out of this one clean. And Campaign just smacked Sharif Cooper in the face. Watch they go review this for a flagrant with 30 seconds left in the game. So a big-time win for the Sixers. Peter Thurman, I'm so glad we got this win. Absolutely needed it. He's bleeding. Looks like Cooper's nose is bleeding after that shot to the face from Payne. No April Fools for us. Yes, sir. Yeah, tough shot to the nose there. But big-time win for the Sixers. So with the Magic losing to the Hawks, the Sixers will have a 2-game advantage at the 7 seed in the East over the 8 seed Magic / Heat. And if the Raptors lose tonight, and by the way, Raptors are down 57-51 to the Kings, Sixers rise to the 6th seed. How about my guy, Sam Brown? Sending in the $5 super chat. Shout out, Sam. Let it be known this man overcame fire alarms to bring you this live stream. Yeah, so for those of you who weren't here earlier when I told this story, I didn't think I was going to be able to do this game because about 90 minutes before this game was set to get underway, we had to evacuate our work building because the fire alarms were going off. And so I had to leave. I didn't think I was going to be able to come back. But about 40 minutes before, got the okay and got to watch a Sixers big-time win as Campaign will dribble this one out. You can play that song, baby. Clap your hands, the Sixers picking up the win. 153-131 over the Washington Wizards. Shout out to my guy, Sam Brown. $5 is a beer cheers. And how about one more for the win? And how about Paul George? Don't drug test him now. 39 on the night for PG. 15 of 22 from the field. 6 of 12 from 3. Sam says chug, chug, chug. You know what? Why not? Got to finish this anyways, right? Sixers win. 39 for Paul George. And overcame some fire alarms today. No April Fools here. This is the real numbers here for Paul George. Funk Soldier, David Jones, Q Genius. I think Paul George is not going for it, particularly against the Wizards. And an easy win was more about veteran leadership. Yeah, and here he is talking. Just said he was not really looking to score almost 40, just getting to his spots and getting some good shots up. And, you know, it's a bad Wizards team, so he was getting plenty of shots up. Peter Thurman needed that, absolutely. And a big-time win for the Sixers. So, again, monitor the rest of the night. This Raptors-Kings game. If the Raptors lose, the Sixers will move up into the 6th seed out of the play-in. And how about this? Is this real? Oh, I think it was glitching. My NBA app is glitching right now. Okay. Raptors up 60, or Kings up 61-55 over Toronto. So that is big time. Hey, I appreciate everybody who joined us. Pretty good showing for a game against a lowly Washington Wizards team. So thank you to everybody who did tune in. We're going to sign off here. I think we'll be back for the Timberwolves game on Friday because not going to do the game Saturday against Detroit. It's during the Final Four. Not going to do the game Monday against the Spurs. That's during the NCAA National Championship. Just don't think it's going to do all that well. So I think I am going to do the game on Friday against Minnesota. So keep an eye out for that. And, of course, more videos to come all throughout the week. We'll be back at it in the studio again tomorrow because that is what we do. Shout out to all the real ones. I appreciate everybody tuning in here tonight. Sixers win. Sing that song. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.